Hey everybody, in my kayak, got my homemade bait. We're on pymatuning today. See if we can't hook up with something. Might take forever, might happen right away, but we're going to catch something. Hard to say. Choppy out here today. Not in very deep water. 5 feet. We're going to throw a MEPS here in a second. And actually, I should probably get a catfish line out, so we can actually catch something. Oh, we got somebody watching. Hey. Oh, they're gone. Fickle bunch, I guess. Got some frozen shiners. We're going to hook that up, see what's going on. Just so you guys know, I like to take a bait fish and my hook, and then stick them a second time if they're dead or frozen or something. It don't matter. It's dead. We're not looking for action. Now, if something takes off with that, it's going to be decent. I appreciate that. Let me move my stuff here. That stuff is 30 pound, which for catfish, that's plenty. Hey, Audrey. Hello, Jeffrey. That's the plan. I haven't caught anything yet this trip. I'm out here at a campground that has lakefront property that I could launch from with my wife and my in-laws and my wife. Yep. Yeah, it's hard to beat the 30-pound test for channel cats and stuff like that. It's pretty good for pike too, which I like to fish for pike. You guys can hear me okay, right? I'm going to go out for bass or striper Sunday morning, try and take the axe out tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend, I think, for it. What rod am I using for catfish? I use a ugly stick, like generic catfish. It has a big channel cat on it and stuff, and it's nothing special. I try to do stuff cheap. Cheap but effective. California. That's cool. I've been there a few times. I've never fished it. It's 80. Yeah, 80 plus degree weather would probably heat things up a little bit. I'm not fishing anything that's that warm, and it's definitely not that warm here right now. I'm in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's kind of my whole philosophy. Don't spend a bunch of money that you don't have on things that are not necessary. That's why I make my own lures sometimes too, which that's what I'm throwing right now. This rod I'm using for bass and stuff. It's cheap. It's a Berkeley cherry wood. It's nothing. Yeah, I do bass fish. Glad I ran into you, man. Keep doing you. Keep ripping lips. That's the plan, man. Sam from Game of Thrones. I've not heard that. This is what I'm throwing around. It's a little lure I made last week. More or less testing it. I'm going to take it on river not far from my house this upcoming weekend. Oop, we bird nested. English or Spanish? I'm an English speaker. I'm not sure I know what you're asking. Stupid bird nests. We're still waiting for the first fish of the stream. This is next to move is gay. Oh, cool. Yeah, you're gonna get banned. Yeah, not putting up with that crap. Just here to fish and talk about fishing and outdoor stuff. We're not gonna talk about gay people or put them down. That's not necessary. If you don't like it, leave. Where am I from? I'm from a small village in Pennsylvania called Guy's Mills. That's where I'm originally from. I currently live in Cambridge Springs. Little tiny small town stuff. BFE. I caught a turtle last time I fished here on the Little Miami River. Catch a lot of turtles fishing for catfish. I'm in a place that I fish about 3 times a year. Only really come over here when my in-laws camp here. I fish this lake a lot. I just don't fish this spot a lot. I'm in Italy. You know, I'm not going to try and pronounce that. I'm not real familiar with Italy. Not never been to Europe. I don't have anything against Europeans, though. You know, I've just never been, so I'm ignorant. I'm going to put a MEPS on, I think. Or switch rods to a MEPS. I'm going to throw this little guy. It's a MEPS number 00. What is you? I'm not sure what I'm a human being. I'm a fisherman. Oh, my favorite baits. I like fluke minnows. I like inline spinners. I like live bait. I like rapalas. I like the baits that I carve out of wood myself occasionally. They're not fancy, but they work. Personal best is a 7-pound largemouth, I assume. That's a good fish. I definitely haven't caught very many over that, but I fish a lot. I probably don't have any on video. My personal best, I never weighed. I caught it when I was a little kid through the ice. It was 24.5 inches long, and I couldn't tell you how heavy it was. Like I said, I don't know. I have it mounted. I could show you guys that sometime, I suppose. I have not caught anything yet this trip, but I've only been fishing for about 12 minutes. Thinking about pulling anchor and moving. Maybe move closer to shore. I also have only had the catfish line out for a few, like 6 minutes. You know, I'm not super far away from the shore, but there's a lot of water here. Try a Texas rig. Yeah, that's probably coming. If not, I'm going to put a fluke minnow on a jig head and start throwing that around. I don't use a lot of Texas rigs. Nothing against it. It's just I have a problem, and I like to throw inline spinners too much. I'd be cool with a panfish right now, honestly. So, the few people that are watching me here, where are you guys from? What do you guys like to fish for? I'm going to throw something else, I think. Or move. It's really windy here. I'm going to move. Bellington, I fish. Right? Bellington? Yeah. I fish for largemouth. So I'm not like a real big largemouth fisherman. I fish for them here and there a little bit. I got to ask, why don't you fish for smallmouth? Nothing against the largemouth, guys. I just always got to ask because, in my opinion, that smallmouth bite's a hell of a lot more enjoyable than a largemouth. Burlington. Oh, I've been there. Burlington, Vermont. Throwing the Meps comic Comet minnow. Flea market find. But first, we're going to yank anchor. We're going to move a little closer to shore, see if we can't get on some bass. It's all silt and bottom here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're pulling up. We're going for bass. This is kind of the first time I've ever really live streamed like big fishing. Usually I just post shorts and stuff. So yeah, we need to get on some type of fish here because you guys don't want to watch me just sit here in my kayak, bobbing in the water, talking, and not catch anything. So we're moving. If you catch a fish, I will sub. Well, now we just got to do it. Maybe you should go get a cool looking catfish. That's what I'm trying to do. I saw a bunch of minnows and stuff earlier. We're in the area where there's stuff to eat. Can you guys hear me? I'm in the wind and I just don't know what's coming through to you guys. Have I tried live bait? I have not. I've been throwing lures. I got a frozen minnow on my catfish rod. Maybe a sheep's head. There's no sheep's head in this body of water. All right, we're a little closer to shore. We didn't need to move very far. I know there's catfish here. I catch them here every year. It's just a matter of time. And it's starting to get towards the evening. I'm on the East Coast. I got night crawlers and frozen shiners. That's what I got for bait. If I get a bluegill, maybe I'll hook that up. We hear you. Yeah, bluegills are awesome live bait. I just didn't have time between work and getting over here to go catch some bluegills. But yes, they are one of my preferred baits. Well, if you sub, you're going to see me eventually catch a fish. Just saying. Try the crawlers. Yeah, it's coming next. Got to throw this lure in this shallow stuff first, though. I got to see if we can't get some type of panfish. Something, anything. Something with gills. Try the crawlers. I already read that. I have never been fishing before, but you have earned a sub. I missed. I think I missed them. The weeds on the bottom where I missed them. There's a fish. All right. Largemouth. Little guy. On the Meps. That's why I like them things. They work. Little tiny fish. Not very big, but a fish. Let's watch him go. All right. So the stream was not a waste of time. Let's throw a bigger spinner. Let's try this comet minnow in this shallow stuff and see if it's like mom's hanging out. Trey, can you get a shout out? I guess. I mean, I'm some little tiny YouTube channel that like 6 people watch. But yeah, sure. Trey's a good dude. Thanks for the sub. Wish you good luck to your fishing channel. Other stuff. It's not just fishing. Just so you guys know, I trap and I hunt small game and deer and all different kinds of stuff. I grow fruit trees and anything that has to do with being outside. It's good stuff. Got another sub, thanks. No, you're good. You didn't know. It's all good. No need to apologize to me. It's mostly fishing. I mean, vast majority of my content is fishing related. But it's not all. Ah, snag. Damn it. Either way, I wish you good luck to your and that's appreciated, man. Again, I work a full-time job. I don't make any money doing this. It's not a goal of mine. If that were to happen, that's cool, but it's better if there's more. No, I'm a little lost on what you mean, Shiloh. I got my lure back. That's good. Always a good thing to get your lure back. Oh, yeah, when I got snagged, yep. Sorry you gotta go? That's cool. I'm not wrong about what? There's a lot of stuff I'm wrong about, I'm sure. I'm not a perfect person, so I'm sure I'm wrong about something. That I do more than fishing. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I like my small game hunting, and I like my trapping. Big into that. Oh, yeah. Again, apologies. I'm new to this, so it takes me. I'll figure it out eventually as far as responding to your comments and stuff. But yeah, glad to get my lure back. Even though it's a flea market find, it's not free. I am feeling like throwing something else. Soft plastics, I think. But I need a jig head. Oh. That's fine. I'm a content creator myself, and I know how hard it can be. Then, dude, I appreciate the patience. So you know what I'm dealing with, or at least you've went through it. Try Texas Cinco. I don't have a Cinco. You guys, I'm not much of a bass fisherman. I don't kind of. Like I said, I'm not much of a bass fisherman. I don't carry a ton of like plastic worms and stuff. I got fluke minnows. That's what I have. I might have a rubber crayfish somewhere, but about to hit 150 subs. That's cool. I gotta get this thing adjusted here. I'm at like 430 something, maybe 430 now. I've been doing this for like 8 years though. I just don't do the live stuff. This is new. Should try that crawler. I'm gonna get a bobber rigged up here. Once I get this tied on and stuff, yeah, we're throwing a crawler. Oh, 443. That's cool. And maybe, if this becomes a thing that's popular, maybe when I'm at places that I get decent service, I can live stream more often. All right, so I've been talking about all these fluke minnows and stuff. This is my baby. It's like a 4-inch white fluke minnow. It catches everything. You should. It is awesome. Yeah. All right. So we're going to put this rod down. We're not going to cast it yet. We're going to get a worm rigged up like I told you guys I would. I'm going on a trip. Now, if you're from Pennsylvania, you've heard of the Allegheny River. I'm going on a trip down that river here in about a week. Like, the only thing we can catch fish on is those freaking fluke minnows. We get so sick and tired of fishing them by the end of the trip, it's not even funny. Or at least I do. I am so tired of throwing fluke minnows at the end of that trip, it's not even funny. We're going to hook up again here in a second, I'm sure. Once I check a worm out there, it's not going to take long. Yeah, it is going to be fun. It's almost always fun. I didn't post a video last year. The year before, I believe I posted a short 3 or 4 minute video, but I got extra GoPro batteries, and now that I know that I can go out in the wilderness and live stream, I can do this more often. All right. Let's see if there's any bluegills hanging out over here. And now it's time for the fluke minnow. We're going to throw that around. I have to leave for a second. I'll be right back. I'll be here. We're just making sure that we're having a good time. You're free to leave. Free to come back. It's all good. Here, fish. Everybody said it at one point. Here, fish. You're awesome. Thanks. You're awesome. I am just a guy that likes to fish. Not that awesome. And other stuff. No, we snagged up on something. What the fuck? Oh. It is a... Oh, man, it's a monster. It's a log. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, look at that. We got a big old maple fish or some shit. And you're great at... I'm great at my job? I don't know about that. I mean, my day job, I try to do a good job. I wouldn't say I'm great. Again, that whole not being perfect thing. Hey, I'm a kid. Cool. I'm going to warn you, I use foul language. So if you're a child, yeah, recognize that. Maybe you shouldn't be here. I don't know. It's not my place to say. Deleting the message doesn't make me unsee it. I'm not going to ban you, but, you know, if there's kids here, I'm not... I make content for adults, and yeah. I just don't want to make people upset for no reason. Just seeing you preparing. Preparing? Not, I mean, I'm hopefully preparing to catch a fish. A bass is good, but 2 would be better. Oh, if somebody says that, yeah. Yeah. It is fine. My cancel is great? I don't know what you mean. Oh, and you're an adult. Cool. That's fine. Then, you know, it's weird that you said you were a kid. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't you saying that. My channel's great. Thanks. So, has anybody in here ever fished Pymatuning Lake or Pymatuning Reservoir, I should say? You don't know, actually. Cool. Stupid bird's nest. I should have readjusted my brake on this thing. Dumb spin fisherman using a bait caster. I have briefly. It's one of Pennsylvania's largest lakes at 17,600 plus acres. Multiple species of game fish, including bluegill, yellow perch, black crappie, white crappie, rock bass, green sunfish, pumpkin seed, largemouth, smallmouth, white bass, channel catfish, flathead, muskie, carp, white perch, hybrid striped bass. There's a bunch of fish in here. You never know what you're going to get. Unless you're fishing the bottom. And then it's going to be a catfish, more than likely. That's kind of what I was going for. I was just kind of joking around. But, yeah. Yeah, it's a great lake. If you're in northwestern Pennsylvania and you've never fished pymatuning, you are missing out. Do I eat the bluegill? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. My favorite fish to eat is northern pike, followed by probably bluegill, yellow perch, channel catfish. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a bluegill. They're not that big, but if you're selective with your harvest and you're good with a fillet knife, you hear me out. The thing is, like, you don't want to keep all the giant bluegills because those are the ones that could potentially get 12 inches that are like a trophy quality fish. You want to eat a fair number of the females. They never get bigger than like 8 inches anyways. Not saying don't keep big ones, but, you know, be selective. Don't take all the big ones. That are delicious. Oh. But don't you have to put them back till they're 16? No, it depends on what kind of fish. Like, right where I'm sitting, if I catch a bluegill, it's fair game whether it's this big or it's, you know, this big or, you know, this big. Doesn't matter. Bluegills don't have a size restriction. And actually, I can use them for bait. There's a lot of places that you can't do that, but this lake I can. I caught a 15-inch bluegill, but I let it go. I'm not calling you a bullshitter, but I am skeptical that it was 15 inches. Just saying. I'm not, hey, maybe you did. I don't know. I didn't see it. Yeah, it would make a good bait probably for a big-ass flathead or something. Big baits equal big fish usually. It's not usually big baits, little fish. Although sometimes it works out that way. Little bait, big fish. It happens. Oh, it was a hybrid. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, purebred bluegill, 15 inches. That's. Oh, Trey's back. Cool. And we're going to keep this little stream rolling for as long as my phone will let me because I don't have anything better to do, and you guys are keeping up a decent conversation. Maybe I should put the spinner back on. That seemed to catch that little bass earlier. Fluke minnow didn't do anything. We might need to make some noise. I think we're going to make some noise. Mark Lepley, Northern end of the lake or the southern? I am on the southern end of the lake, on the Ohio side of the lake. How's it going, Mark? I just broke my fishing pole. That fucking sucks, man. Been there, done that many times. Good excuse to buy a better fishing pole. I wish I could do what you're doing right now. I wish I could do this all the time. If you guys could figure out how to allow for that, let me know. It's a problem. We got to throw something else here. White minnow ain't cutting it. Yep. We're going to throw one of my custom painted baits. It's just white with some special stuff on it to kind of give it a little shine. Fishing is auditing. Did I read that right? Try Texas rig. I don't have the stuff for a Texas rig, man. I don't. I don't use them. I mean, like, I get that there's like people that are like, all I use is Texas rigs. All I use is the Ned rig. Oh, damn it. We just had a bite on the worm. Let me get my shit tied, and then we're going to maybe catch a fish. Addicting. Yeah. Fishing is addicting. But it's not, like, if you're going to be addicted to something, like, it's better than meth. It's way better. Like, it's not even a contest. You caught any today? From Boston, Massachusetts. Yes, I've caught one largemouth bass in the past 43 minutes. But that doesn't mean that we're done. I'll tell you what, Trey, because I don't have the stuff to get a Texas rig on the line today, I will get a few things, and maybe I'll do a live stream with some Texas rig fishing. Maybe. Again, I'm throwing this little crankbait that I painted up. Nothing special. But I'll tell you what, this style of bait, this shape, dives about 3.5 feet deep. If you fish northwestern Pennsylvania and you fished French Creek for northern pike, it is really hard to beat these. Thanks. No problem. I didn't really do anything. So, we got 4 people watching. Let's let's hear some, like, what's everybody's biggest fish? For me, it'd probably be, like, it's either a muskie or a flathead. Biggest flathead I've ever caught was like 36 inches. It was, not sure, solid colors you go to. Dad used to nail a walleye on black Hottentots on the northern end. Hottentots in just about any color will catch fish. But yeah, I like white. It's my favorite. I catch everything on white. Not that it's the only thing I throw, but yeah, white's a good color. Yeah. Oh, thanks for getting the supply. Yeah, no problem, man. Like, I try to fish a little bit of everything, but, like, I only get so much time. £30 lake trout. That's a good personal best. The flathead that I caught, it was probably like 20 pounds, maybe. There's some giant flatheads in this lake. The one I'm sitting on right now, huge, like over 30 pounds. Which for around here, which they're not native to this side of the state, that's huge. Eventually, something will bite. I'm kind of in like the middle of like there's like a boat over here. There's a guy behind me waiting. I'm sure they hear me talking to myself and they're like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" An awesome fish, flatheads. Hell yeah! I like anything. I like my predators, man. I like flatheads. I like muskies. I like pike, walleyes, all that stuff. Trout are a good one. We're gonna try the Mepps Cyclops #2. I just had a freaking fish hit topwater right next to me. I don't even have any topwater stuff with me. I was totally unprepared for this. Bugs. Wait, what? For Texas, I like bandito bugs. See, up here in the north, like amphibians and fish. That's what our bass like to eat a lot of. Crustaceans, crayfish. I don't see them eat a lot of bugs. Not saying it never happens, but I don't see it a lot. And I definitely don't catch a lot of. Gotta go for good, sorry. It's all good, man. If you think to check back after the stream's done, you left it like 49 minutes, so everything after that you haven't seen, you can come back, check it out. Guggen. I don't use a lot of Guggen products. I like my Mepps spinners. I like my Zoom fluke minnows. I like the stuff that I make. I like live bait. But yeah, I've used some Guggen stuff before. I thought I had one. Well, if you can. No pressure, man. No pressure. It's what we all do. We will if we can. We do what we can. Lake conditions aren't ideal today either. I'm fishing really cloudy water. And usually I like to fish this when it's calm. But I've just been rocking back and forth. I've just been getting the crap beat out of me. Should make a mystery tackle box opening vid. I had mystery tackle box for a while, and the stuff works. It's good lures, but like my expendable funds are not always like the same from month to month. So I had to cancel the subscription, and I just don't have that big of a need for it. What the fuck was that? Nice. I didn't hook up on a fish. I think it was a log. But, the videos that I post, like my shorts and stuff, involve a lot of this. Sorry. We caught a big perch. Well, not a big one, but edible. And he's bleeding like a stuck pig. Gotta go, sorry. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My phone flipped down. We're going to keep that perch, I think, for bait, if nothing else. The lake's finally starting to calm down a bit. Is this something that people would be interested in seeing more often? How's my day going? So, I woke up this morning, like I do every day, at around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I worked a full 8-hour shift in a crappy, hot, unair-conditioned factory to come out here and camp with my in-laws and wife and my son to get to do a little fishing. It's good. Today's going good. Can't complain on days you can't complain on days you catch fish. It's like a rule. Man, I am going to have to figure out some way to keep you guys still when I stream in my kayak. Hopefully, in like a week when I go down that river, hopefully I'll be able to stream from that. That would be cool. Nope. snag. Loosened it up though. Got my shit back. You're 12. Again, like, that's fine, but not all of my content is 12-year-old appropriate. Possible tamarack video in the future? Maybe. I don't tend to fish places I can't keep fish. And while we're talking about that, let's just land this fish. This feels like a catfish, guys, on the ultralight. Adjust that drag. We got something here. Oh yeah, we got a catfish. My favorite. Well, one of them. The channel catfish. And he's blind in one eye. That's a good one. These are like, that's like the perfect size to eat. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that in the future, tamarack is going to be a area that is featured in videos. But it's not going to be for forbidden. All right, we got one in the fish basket. On the worm, so whoever suggested the worm, good call. Could have had something there. Something fucking with it. Of course, everybody leaves when I catch the nicest fish of the video so far. Man, I don't know about that rod, acting a little goofy. Man, so much of fishing is just waiting. It's getting close to sundown. Feeding should pick up. Yes, it should. We should start catching some fish more seriously. That's looking a lot like something messing with that rod. If I didn't know better. Hmm. Nothing there so far. Oh, we're getting a bite. Yeah. Yeah, we got him. We're hooked up. Things are picking up. Another bass on the night crawler. Little guy. Come on. Give me the hook back, buddy. There we go. Yep, little guy. So, who's watching here now? Just me and one other person. Try another worm. Still you. Oh, it's all good, Mark. I know you wouldn't leave. So this bump stock ban getting changed. That's good stuff. Jeffrey, hey, how's it going? Haven't got the big one yet. We can't say we got skunked. We've got a couple bass and a perch and a edible catfish, so cannot say we got skunked. I don't get out on the water much anymore, so fish enough for the both of us. No problem. I don't know what to throw. You could hear that? Hear what? My cast? Throwing a heavy lure. Line peels off that reel like crazy. Which is why we're going to throw something else. Oh, I was right. Cool. maybe a fish. You could get a bigger one. Maybe a fish. You could get a bigger one. Not like use a bait. Like use a fish as bait. I haven't caught any that are small enough to justify that. Might be getting another one though. Some cats would be good. Oh yeah. Oh nope. Oh no. Yeah, big fish definitely eat smaller fish. I have a frozen smaller fish out there. I have a frozen minnow that I purchased. You know what? Never caught a fish on. Actually, the last time I went to the flea market, I purchased some lures. And I've never caught a fish on them. And none of them are in that. They're in front of me, not behind me. Stay safe. That's why I hang out in these little coves in the evening, because when it gets dark, I can just ride the shoreline back to where I launched to, throw my little headlamp on, and just nice and safe. Let's throw... Yeah. We're going to throw a flea market find with some rattles to make some noise. I see the ultralight getting a nibble. We're going to have to get it here in a second as soon as I tie this. Watch, that will be the winner. I don't know. I've thrown it around a few times. I have yet to get a fish with it. But that don't mean shit. Yes, you got this. That would be cool. We just got a bump. Man, what the hell? That's the thing about fishing for catfish and throwing lures around. You have to, sometimes you just got to drop what you're doing with the lure because you got a other rod you got to look to. Yo. Got robbed. Probably a perch. Got all kinds of birds flying around. Great blue heron and ospreys. The osprey doesn't have a problem getting fish. It's flying away with a bluegill. So, Jeffrey, oh, I guess if you're still here, where are you from, man? I know where Mark's from. Where's Jeffrey from? Yeah, yeah. Seagulls. They're loud. There's actually not that many of them. It's like 3. Georgia. Been there before. All just for the summer. That's cool. That's cool. Georgia's a neat state. A lot more pine trees in Georgia than I would expect. It's not a thing that I would expect when I went there. It was like, oh, you know, go to Florida after the summer. All right. Been to Florida before, a couple times. Uh, Interesting. I have a friend in Florida. This water would calm down a little bit. Ooh. Ooh. What could this be? We got one. Something. Perch. Yellow perch. Geese. Any cobra chickens? Yeah, fuck them things. I've seen like fucking 80 of them. Little guy. Whoop. He's gone. I'm just not feeling like pulling that cat rod up to put a perch on. Whip that thing back out there, see what happens. Yeah, to those of you that know the general area, a little south of the Duck and Drake, I'm on the Ohio side, south side of the lake, uh, 30 yards off the shore. We're hoping to find a big fish. Not required. You'll your Find It Dave. I don't know what you mean, man. You find it avishly? Maybe it's my eyes. Spelled it wrong. Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not, not trying to be a dick. This is going to be a thing, I think. I've only been out here for an hour and 16 minutes. Not fishing real hard. Just kind of... Eventually? Is that what you're trying to say? I'll find one eventually? Yeah. It would be cool. Especially for you guys watching. Like, I would feel really bad if you guys were sitting here for an hour and 17 minutes watching me fish and I hadn't caught anything yet. It's not what we're shooting for. I'm going to throw a big Meps spinner, like a number 5. It's all about the adventure. Yeah, for sure. We do a little of that. Oh, it's 9 for me right now. It's probably like 8 something for me. See, those trees right there, if you go directly east from the trees on that bank, those are the last trees in Ohio. I'm firmly on the eastern side of the country. Kindolf Lake? Or kind of lake. Oh, kind of late. Yeah. Yeah. I hope so, man. That would be really cool to catch a big one on stream. But, you know, we take what we can get. And we've snagged. I'm going to pull a big log up. I can feel it. It's coming up. And now we're hooked up on this. So I got a log on one line, and I got some little fish on the other. Oh, what do you know? Another perch. Little guy. Looking at a stream and I found this. You know, I mean, it's just me fishing, man. Like, I'm sure there's probably more entertaining people out there. The mighty stickfish. After the stream, I'm going to sub to all your vids. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I don't post, like, super often. I try to post good stuff when I do post. That's my goal. What I have to do? Oh, you're a creator too? Cool. Oh, you just started posting. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for a little while, but I just never did the live stream stuff, so this is all new. But most of my videos, it's just me fishing, man. Got in likes already? Yeah. I mean, if you're posting good stuff, if you post something that you find entertaining, somebody else probably does too. It's kind of hard to live stream, I guess. But I mean, I guess I'm just like sitting here chatting and fishing, so it's not very hard for me doing this. The big thing with me being a live streamer is like finding places that get enough service. Another snag, man. There's a ton of trees in here. Finding a place that has enough service to live stream and have decent quality that's not garbage. We're getting another bite on the little rod. We're going to put the lure away for a bit. Did I get him? I think I got him. Yep. Oh, what's this? It is a new species. Well, not a new species for me, but a new species for this video, and actually probably for my YouTube channel. I don't think I've ever caught one ever in a video. A white perch. These aren't supposed to be in this lake. Don't use stuff for bait that is not in the lake you're fishing, because then you end up with this. My first coach with a fishing rod. Oh, first catch with a fishing rod was a crab. I've never fished saltwater, so that's foreign to me. I've never caught a crab. I've caught crayfish. I've hooked a few of those. Not real common. I don't even have to be wearing that life vest. Oh, we're getting another bite. Let's just see what's going on here. We've hooked up on something. It's not big. Oh, another white perch. It's a little bigger. It's a shame that they're like tiny. So, like, I'm going to assume that this is like well received and this needs to be a thing that I do more regularly. Good catch. No, I wish I actually hadn't caught that. I wish those weren't in this lake. They don't belong here. Glad to hook into something, upset that it's a white perch. Hey, think of this. It's not your fault, man. Like, unless you were the one that put him here, which I doubt it, but yeah, like, it's not anybody's fault. It's just unfortunate. Where am I at? I am on Lake Pymatuning. Oh, it's Zach. I know this guy. How's it going, Zach? I'm on the south side of Pymatuning. Catching stuff. Okay. I don't know how much visibility that we're gonna have. Not too much longer. We're gonna probably start throwing some live bait around and quit messing around. We're getting some bites. Maybe a fish. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're hooked up. It's another white perch. What do you know? You find one, you find them all. Didn't even get a video of it. He just slipped out of my hand and right back in the water. I have a new fishing yak, but have not had the chance to use it. I always recommend that people use their kayaks to fish as much as physically possible. Nice. Putting the bass rod away, I think, guys. The big guy out. Well, one of them. This isn't my. Woo! This isn't my giant rod. Not gonna need the GoPro for this trip, I guess. We're just gonna hang out here for a minute. We're waiting to see if we can catch anything. Nice evening out here. We got a boat. Nice and calm. Got the big rod and the rod holder there. We got a dead minnow on that guy. We got a worm on this guy. And we're just hanging out. Maybe, just maybe, when I do the Allegheny trip, I will try to stream that. Oh, hey. Glad to see you're back. Yeah, I haven't moved. Just kind of hanging out. Waiting to see what happens. Waiting to see what happens. You were there all week. Zach was here all week. That's why there's no fish left. Right? Right, Zach? Caught all the fish. Took them all home. Ooh, more bites. We're going to swap out the GoPro for the old headlamp. Probably not going to be a whole lot longer, guys. Yeah, probably going to give it another 10 minutes. Or maybe 2 fish. Probably going to give this another go tomorrow with the live streaming thing. Ooh. Damn it. Man. Oh. We're just waiting. We'd like to get I'd like to get at least one more fish. Then I would feel like I didn't cheat you guys. You know? We're just waiting. No. What, you probably didn't even fish, did you, Zach? Fucking white perch, man. They'll bite, but they never get hooked up. It's annoying. It's pissing me off. Probably stole my bait. Left me with a bare hook, and I'm waiting for nothing. And that's exactly what fucking happened. Bare hook. No fishing license. What the hell, Zach? It's already like mid-June. Bass season comes in tomorrow. Come on. We don't play these games. Everybody fishes for bass. Even people that don't fish catch bass. No offense to bass fishermen. I do it too, so I can't even, like, it is what it is. Everybody catches them things. Everybody likes catching them. They're fun. Am I going to blind you guys if I turn? Oh, yeah. I'll turn my red light on for safety's sake. One more fish, and we're out of here, I think. We're done for the evening. Tomorrow will be a better stream. Longer anyways. Ooh. That felt like a good hit. And you know what? It's garbage. Because it's a stupid white bass, and he's all tangled up in my line. He didn't even take the hook. Or not a white bass, it's a white perch. Ouch. Loaded with them. Lake's loaded with them. They shouldn't even be here. We're throwing one more out there. It ought to be a native fish. We're almost done. I want to say thank you to those of you that took the time out of your day to watch me sit in my kayak and chat with you. Nah, I can't say it was boring. I mean, we caught some fish. Talked about some cool stuff. And I discovered that this works for me. I can talk to people and fish and have a good time, and it's all good. We just need one more. I could sit here and just go, we just need one more all night. Then you guys would be like, ooh, it's 4 a.m. You've been sitting in your kayak for 10 hours. You haven't caught anything. Oh. Howdy to the new person in the stream if you are new. I just see the little thing up in the corner right here. Oh, we're down to 10% battery. That's not good. So on a 50%, that's good to know. On a full battery, I can stream for roughly 3 hours. No fuck. Wait, what? Oh, still Zach. Man, we could use one more fish. One more. How far am I from my truck? So I am at a campground where my in-laws have their camper, and I just paddle back to the camper. Give me just a second, guys. All right. Tomorrow we're going to probably fish a little more aggressively. I just wanted to see if there was any catfish hanging out in this cove. And I think we might have found our last fish. I think there's a white bass. I keep saying white bass. They're white perch. They're annoying white perch. But to answer Zach's question, I'm several hundred yards from my truck. It's in a parking lot somewhere. I was at Linesville all week. Yeah, I am on the south end. I am south of the Duck and Drake, and I'm like 35 yards off the shore. I'm probably a mile from the Duck and Drake. That Linesville area is better fishing, in my opinion. I don't fish the south end very often. I just have better luck on that north end, especially throwing the spinners, man. It seems like there's more cats up there. catfish, not house cats or bobcats or anything neat. Just catfish. Got the old moon out there in the corner, right up here. There it goes. Getting dark, and we're not picking up any fish of interest. I'm probably gonna let this catfish go, actually, just because I don't have very many of them, and I usually like to get 5 or 6 of them at least. Positives of the fish basket. Yeah, man, we're gonna pack up, head back to camp, get a shower. Put our things away. Pull anchor. We're going to turn this catfish loose. Luckiest day of his life, man. Lucky day. There he is. That's the catch of the day, I guess. And yeah, he's right out there. Have a good one, Zach. I'm probably going to keep the stream on while I head back in. Let some people know about this whole YouTube thing that I do. So basically, my channel is Kaycee's Outdoor Living. This is the type of shit that I do. I fish, I hunt, I trap, I garden, I grow my own fruit trees and shrubs and all that stuff. Anything that has to do with being outside or figuring out how to be a little bit more self-sufficient. And we're just heading back now. Thanks to everybody that watched. I had a really good time hanging out with everybody. Like I said, tomorrow, probably right around the same time, I'm going to be back out here. Hopefully, maybe with some live bait. Maybe the lake will be a little calmer. I can get some deeper water. But that being said, again, thanks everybody for watching, and have a good evening. Take care of yourselves and have fun. Peace.